Subhanallah, I had to add a third video. And the video of this one is particularly on leasing an item or leasing a house, whether it's a house, an item, or a land, or a car, particularly a car. This is what we're going to use, for example, in this. So, leasing a car to a non-Muslim or a Muslim. So it's the same thing like the last video. So now you have a car, an Uber car, right? And you want to use this car, you want to give it out as an Uber. You cannot drive it, so you want to give it to someone to drive it and make money for you using the car. And also you can split the profit to maybe 80%, 20%, depending on the agreement that you have, both of you. So now you have this Uber car, and then you feel like, and you know that it's highly likely that the Muslim you would give this Uber car to, he would use it to assist others in sin. So you would give, if you give a Muslim person this car, he would take people to clubs, take people to, churches, and take people to places that are not, Islamically allowed, places that go against Allah and His Messenger. So, in this situation now, if you know that the Muslim is going to do this and it's not going to abide by the Sharia, which is, and it's even more, it's another, there's another thing of, khulwa. So, khulwa or khalwa, yeah, I think it's khalwa, which is seclusion of a man between a seclusion between a man and a woman. So most of the taxi drivers, if not all, but let's just say most of the Muslim taxi drivers or Uber drivers, they are usually in seclusion with another woman. They would be in seclusion with a non-mahram woman. Just that's a non-mahram woman would be in seclusion with him. So it's just going to be two of them in the car. Now this is not permissible in Islam, because the Prophet ﷺ said that the third person is shaitan. So if you and a woman that is non-mahram, she's not your mahram, right? You both are in the car. The third person that is with you in that car is shaitan. So the Prophet ﷺ prohibited this from the hadith. So now, in this situation, you see that many Uber drivers, they do this. Many Muslim Uber drivers do this. So you would see that if you get a Muslim Uber driver who is going to do all of this that I've listed, khalwa, which is seclusion, taking people to pubs and clubs, and taking people to places that are not permitted. In this situation now, you can get a non-Muslim. So what the Sheikh said, who I said studied under Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, he said that you can get the non-Muslim, and if the non-Muslim in his religion, it is okay for him to do that, then he can go ahead and do that. It is not upon you. So it's the same thing as, you renting a house, and so this is what the Sheikh is saying. If you rent a house to a non-Muslim, you don't know if he's playing music in the background. You don't know, maybe he may be doing some things in the house you do not know. It's when it is made evident to you that you now, you can't allow, someone to be blasting music and is disturbing the whole neighborhood, and doing some other things. Maybe he's intentionally bringing prostitutes to the house with intoxicants and all that, and is exposing it, allowing people to see it. Like, this is, I don't think any scholar would allow a Muslim to do this, to allow a Christian or a non-Muslim to come and do all of this. So yeah, so the Sheikh said you can give a Christian the car, and if it's permissible for him to do it, then he should do it in his religion. If it's permissible, then that's on him, because they're already disobedient to their Lord, shirk. They already disbelieve in their Lord with shirk and kufr. And if you look, you can tell where the Sheikh got this from, because if you look at what Umar ibn Khattab did when he gave a shirt to a disbeliever, there was a shirt which he gave a disbeliever to wear, which was not permissible for him. It was not permissible for a Muslim to wear that shirt or that garment, and he gave it to a disbeliever. So this is how it is. This is where this is the one of the dalil that I think the Sheikh was looking at. So it is permissible for you to give a non-Muslim the car to drive and make money for you, and then you split it. Then whatever he did is on him. Everyone would be raised according to their deeds. This is what Allah has told us through the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. So this is what we learn here also. And remember, the tag is what? Employing disbelievers, employing non-Muslims, employing non-Muslims. So this is the third video, and I think we can end it here. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.